Hey, what's up, Silver Stackers? Thank you so much for being here. This is Silver Slayer. In the next week or so, I'm going to be making the biggest announcement I will have ever made on my channel. It will be the most life-changing announcement as well. This is huge. I hope you stay with me. I'm so excited, and I hope you are excited to hear what I have to announce for this channel. Now, silver may have just found its new bottom around $20, which is huge news given the context that for the last 10 years, the average price of silver has been $15. If you step back and look at the 3-month chart, when silver couldn't hold that $20 support line and it broke low, we were looking at $17 and we were even considering $14, $15 if it couldn't stand there. So now that it's looking like it's going to hold some support around $20, this could be big. I put together a couple different articles talking about why silver may have just bottomed out. The title of this one is "The Worst Performing Precious Metal Silver May Have Bottomed Out." We also have another very good article titled "Silver Lining for Precious Metals." Great article also talking about silver's bottom, or why the bottom might be in. So as you can see, I put together a great video for you guys and gals today. If by the end of the video you think this video is worthy of a like, then please like it. If by the end of the video you think my content is something you would like to subscribe to, then please subscribe and click the bell since I post daily. I'm not going to ask you to like the video the first 10 seconds in because you don't even know if you're going to like the video yet. I'm not going to beg you to subscribe right when you meet me before you even know what I have to offer. So by the end, if you want to like or subscribe, please do so. The link to these articles will be in the description. The worst performing precious metal silver may have bottomed out. This is big. This is big. And I would like to throw the question at you. Do you think that silver did bottom out at $20? Silver has been the worst performing major precious metal in 2022. Which is funny. That's really funny, because silver was the number one performing asset, not even precious metal. Silver was the number one performing asset in 2020. It beat gold, it beat oil, it beat everything. It beat Tesla stocks. Silver was the number one performing asset in 2020. I bet they won't mention that though. And if you don't watch my channel, I bet you didn't even know that. The white metal is down about 11%. Weighed down by a stronger US dollar, rising interest rates, and slowing growth. But prices could rise from the end of this year as the electronics and photovoltaic sector support industrial consumption. And here we go, folks. Here we go. The prices could rise from the end of this year as electronics and photovoltaic sector solar panels need consumption. What has my channel been standing for the last couple of years now? I've been talking about this. I've been predicting this. Silver's true value is because its shortage and its huge role in the industrial sector, the technologically, digitally advanced, era that we're headed towards. That has been my main focus. Electric vehicles, solar panels, 5G towers, silver lithium-ion batteries, the amount of silver we need in all of this stuff. But now finally people are coming out and saying, yeah, that's why. But I've been telling you guys this for years. While retail and jewelry demand looks strong, James Steele, chief precious metal analyst at HSBC Securities, said earlier this month in a message, "We think silver is oversold. Much of silver's industrial demand will be well supported, will not reflect overall industrial inertia, while price declines will boost demand from key consumers, China and India. Still, there are headwinds for the white metals rally as the world braces for a stimulus rollback and an economic slowdown." While HSBC remains positive, it has lowered its forecast as silver follows gold and copper lower. The bank now sees the average price for 2022 at $22.25 per ounce, and for 2023 at $23.50 per ounce. Now, you got to remember though, price forecasts and price predictions It's actually worse than it's even less accurate than the weatherman, because there are so many things influencing and affecting the price of silver nowadays. Precious metals as a whole, all markets across the board, but even more so silver because it's such a small market. That's why it's more volatile. Silver is a much smaller market than gold. But then when you also incorporate the fact that there is speculation, stock market volatility, CPI, the FOMC meeting, the assumptions of what the FOMC meeting is going to do, the previous weeks leading up to it. Then you have the actual meeting. And then you have the announcement after the meeting. And then you have the reality of if they even are going to follow through with the numbers that they say during the meeting. And then you have cryptocurrency. You have supply and demand fundamentals. There are so many different things that are affecting the price of silver. And the most important, which nobody incorporates except for me, is the unknown variable. You could try to look at the charts, and you could try to say, well, this will happen because this and this and this is, but you got to remember that something else, especially by next year, a wrench is going to get thrown in and knock all of your predictions way out of left field. A lot of people forget that you're not a psychic, and there is going to be something crazy that happens that is going to knock off your prediction. But they act like they know it's going to happen and they're correct because of, and they'll list all this stuff. When no, it's never the case. Silver was trading at $20.60. Oh, actually, let me cover this part right. He says UBS Group AG expects silver to trade lower to $19 by early 2023. And then they say the average for 2023. Okay, so they're saying as low as 19. Silver was just trading at $20.67 an ounce in Shanghai as of 8:37 a.m. after recovering from a 2-year low mid-July. Silver's price will follow gold's closely, and I think that is not going to be the case for too much longer, that silver will detach itself from gold and take on a life of its own, given the industrial uses as they just mentioned above. So, silver will follow gold's price closely, and investors should consider buying both metals when the Fed makes an appropriate dovish turn and there is significant policy easing to support growth. Once we get on that stage of recovery in gold, we believe silver can really outperform the yellow metal. And yes, it will. I call silver gold on steroids. It's just like it's just gold with a lot more opportunity because it's a lot more useful. So anyways, let's highlight some of this stuff from this second article titled "The Silver Lining for Precious Metals." So this goes more into the non-farm payrolls, stuff like this, CPI, which is why you see that I wanted to bring this to the table, but I also wanted to bring this to the table. Hence why I hope you guys like these videos and find them so educational, because I really try to bring all the different points into what's happening to give you guys just the best idea, the best information possible. I really hope you guys enjoy that and find it useful, and also why you like the videos and subscribe. The fact that gold and silver have expanded their recent gains suggests that the jobs report has not materially impacted the market view, where the U.S. Federal Reserve will slow the interest rate hikes before going in reverse in 2023. Now they're looking at, July's core inflation print will be close today, but if the NFP report has anything to go by, we'll see investors buy any CPI-related dip in gold, especially silver. But how will CPI impact gold and silver? Reckon a small beat on the headline of CPI will not lead to a big rise in the dollar, for as long as it eases the 9.1% inflation we saw in June. Analysts expect it to ease to 8.7%. So right now, for as long as the core CPI is around the expected figure or sharply lower, precious metals could potentially end the day higher. So they also throw in, which is important, worth mentioning, that the Fed meeting is around 6 weeks away. So that means over the next 5 weeks, 6 weeks leading up to this meeting, you're going to see more and more fear, worry, uncertainty, doubt a lot of this stuff kick in, a lot of people assuming what they're going to say, a lot of people completely 180 degrees off of what they think is the right direction. You're going to see a lot of that stuff, which is going to influence and affect the price of precious metals, especially when those articles get written about them. The FOMC meeting is a crazy time for silver prices, because even as they announce, this is, the percent rate hikes or whatever, they use words like expect and assume, and that's our goal. So that does not mean that that's actually what they're going to do. That's just their goal. But does that usually happen? No, but people will invest off of that is what's happening. So then when it does happen and we see what the actual number is or percentages, then the market reacts to that. So there's like 3-4 points of just going off of speculation, and the prices are doing just what people think it, off of emotion. And that's the scariest part and most dangerous part, is because the markets are on this almost like false price for some time. So anyways, silver's in a bullish channel. After a nice recovery in the latter parts of July, silver started August with some bullish momentum. However, it has now retreated a little after reaching key resistance around $20. And that's what I was talking about. This support level around $20.60. And it's looking like, and he's using the word resistance, meaning it's trying to break above $20.50. This one's talking about the support level bottoming out at $20.60. So I like how I mentioned that, though. Let's look at like the 1 week chart. So it's looking like silver's trying to break above this resistance, but it backed down. But it's also looking like silver has a lot of support around. Let's look at the 1 day. It's looking like silver has a lot of support around $20. Now, do you think it will break above 21, that resistance, or break below the support at 20? What do you think is going to happen first? So yeah, they're saying that silver looks bullish right now. It looks like silver's bullish right now. And it looks like silver no longer is an ideal market to short. And that's because of the big decline. There is a support zone around $19 to $20. So, what do you think? At the end of the day, buy silver, throw it in your safe, dig a hole 2 feet in your background. Whatever you need to do it, because there's one thing I know, and one thing only. Silver stackers will get the last laugh. Thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.